Hello, hello, hello. So, got a new video today from Science Insider. It's what's inside a wasp's nest. Well, they're definitely not making honey. At least I don't think. So let's find out what's going on in there.
This is a wasp nest.
Mm-hmm.
In the wild, some of these nests are built underground using clay or mud. But you might be most familiar with the paper nests, the ones built out of saliva and pulp, typically found attached to buildings.
It's paper? It didn't feel like paper.
Or trees. And these guys can get big. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the largest wasp nest was 12 feet long and 18 feet all around.
It's not that
Now,
big.
we're all accustomed to avoiding these nests because obviously, wasps are scary.
What is that? What is that? That's what a wasp looks like up close? That doesn't look right. That's some Star Wars creature.
But today we're going to go
That thing is like a Master Jedi or something.
inside one, because there are a lot of fascinating factors that make these nests work for wasps and their babies. So let's cut into one.
Got like a safety knife? What is that?
Pretty easy to cut through this. The hardest part was
Easy. My dude, you wielded that knife like this the first time you ever had a sharp object in your hand. Damn. Why is it pink?
definitely here at the top where you can tell the cells are more dense and wider.
Okay.
If I can give you a
Yeah, I've
scale
already
for
seen
how
this.
big this is, I mean, like,
That's something
look at it
interesting
next
was
to my
about
head.
to
This is like a
happen.
brick cell phone from the 90s. The key to this type of nest is the pedicel, or the root. It's the foundation that the entire nest is built off of. These are the
It's
cells.
not interesting though. It's not interesting. Why are we talking about this? Tell me something interesting about the wasp nest.
Wasps are like butterflies. They're what's called holometabolous insects, meaning they go through a metamorphosis before they become adults. And these cells are basically...
You see, that's interesting right there. I didn't know that. I thought it was just butterflies that did that, but I guess the wasp is one of those creatures that do that. Do bees do that too?
their cribs.
The cells are open when they first are produced. The queen will lay their egg in there, and then it'll get sealed off.
They're shaped similar to a hollow cylinder, or like a regular lead school pencil. And there's a reason why.
The walls of the hexagon hold the other cells. Also, very compact space, so you can get a lot of these cells in.
Wasp comes in a lot of bright colors, man. Well, look at these plain brown wasps. Those are the poor ones.
Very, very small space, while still having a very strong structure.
They're also perfectly sized to fit both the larva and its roommates.
Oftentimes, there's some food laid in with the egg, so when it hatches, it has the food in there already.
The drones move from cell to cell in a circular motion, making sure that each larvae has food. Some wasp species tear up insects for the babies, but other wasps take things further. Mason wasps drop off whole caterpillars for their children to eat alive, while tarantula...
Oh, caterpillar. In the nest? There's not enough room in those little cells.
hawk wasps lay their eggs on tarantulas they sting and paralyze as a birthday...
They killed tarantula. Oh, that is insane. Look at the size of that compared to the wasp. Why did they kill a tarantula?
feast. Other species lay their eggs inside their...
What is that? What was that? That didn't look like a wasp. Why was his asshole so thin?
their prey, and once the larvae hatch, they have a meal waiting for them to chew their way out of.
Once the larva is ready to metamorphose, it'll...
Okay, so they don't just do the nest. They can also lay them like flies in a carcass.
will become a pupa inside the cell still.
Okay. They toss off the little skin there, all yellow.
And then it'll hatch as an adult.
Hatch as an adult. Okay, that's kind of crazy.
Since the cells are both the crib and the cocoon for these wasp babies, the nest must maintain a stable temperature with high humidity. This means as much insulation as possible. For these types of nests, the domes are almost always made of salivary secretions, plant material, or paper, or cardboard.
So they
Okay.
take wood, they chew it up, and they mix it with saliva to make a glue. And then they lay it in thin layers. The denser the layers, the stronger and more sturdy the structure.
But I don't understand. Why do they act like bees? Why are they building nests like bees? Why are they doing all this bee-like activities?
After building the core structure, the queen wraps the entire nest in an envelope, these thin sheets of macerated pulp. This layer basically protects the comb or each layer of cells, limiting the entrance to one tiny little hole. Scientists think this helps to maintain the internal temperature and humidity of the structure, and more combs can be added on with more pedicels, sort of like expanding a mansion with tiny little staircases that the wasps can use to get from one area to another. So now I know the question on some of your minds is there honey in a wasp nest?
Of course not.
And the answer is no. While both bees and wasps pollinate flowers, bees
They do pollinate flowers. Okay. Okay. I didn't think they did.
actually farm nectar to turn it into honey, the food source for their larvae. Most wasps, on the other hand, are meat eaters and prefer a diet of freshly chewed insects.
Damn, they're good fighters, man. They're messing up that ant. It was like the same size as a...
Meaning you won't find honey in their nests, but you might find a lot of dead bugs.
Oh, okay. Okay, the ant got him. The ant got him in the mouth, though. Is its carapace harder than the ants?
So the next time you see one of these nests and you're tempted to knock it down, maybe back off.
I think it was huge.
Those wasps put a lot of effort into building this crib for their babies. We don't want to take them off.
Yeah, no, I'm taking them off. Well, I mean, there was some interest there. There was some interest in there. He was talking about nonsense about the nest, made a paper and whatever. But yeah, man, hey, interesting things. Learning all kinds of stuff. Until next time.